Okay, today's project is I'm installing a new water line for my neighbor. They've been having a water leak on the old existing line for about 2 or 3 months, and so the line now, it goes through the woods, and to the other side of the hill there. I mean, it's almost 1,000 feet. Mine does the same thing, but I've not had any problems with it yet. So they got the water company to move they meter up here in front of the house where it should have been in the first place. So what we're gonna do, we got the trencher. We're gonna lay in the new water line. Then we're just gonna hook it up to the house. Hopefully that goes easy peasy. So the only problem I have, I got a gas line that goes across right here where the water line is gonna go across it. So I got my trusty shovel, and we're gonna dig up and find that gas line first. Cause you don't never wanna hit a gas line. All right, well, let's get started. As you can see, we did call the call before you dig people, so they came out and marked this water line with the yellow paint there, and it's going to the house. As you can see, that yellow line crosses the path I'm going to take, so I'm going to have to dig right here to find that gas line first to see exactly where it's at. Then we can run that trencher. First thing I want to do is get these leaves out the way before I can see where I'm digging. I'm down about 1.5 feet right now. I hadn't seen that seen the gas line, so I think I might be okay. So we're gonna leave that as that and get started. All right, I got the trench dug somewhat. Now I got to cut across this driveway right here. Got my chop saw with my concrete blade on it, and I don't have any hearing protection, but I got my headphones here. I'm just gonna use them as my hearing protection because it's kind of loud. So. Okay, we got that cut. Now I'm gonna try to pick that asphalt out of that gap that I cut, so hopefully they'll come right out. Okay, that come out pretty good. I'm gonna try to get the trencher and cut down that so I won't have to dig it by hand because there's a lot of rock in there. So if that works out fine, we got a little digging to do up at the front by the road, hand digging, and we should be starting to lay some pipe. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna just put some concrete over top of it, some sackcrete, and hopefully that'll work and won't crack too bad. But my neighbor knows, you know, it's a so iffy thing if you put concrete on there, and it's only about 2 inches. So all right, let's go get the digger. Okay, that worked pretty good. So I'm just gonna take some time to take this back to the rental place because I had it for half a day. So then we'll come back and lay the pipe. Okay, to show you what I'm doing here, I just like to get a rag and clean off any dirt that's on the pipe before I put my primer on there. This primer is a purple primer. I think it's just for the actual, I got the Rain and Shine cement mix to, I guess it just helps that seal or even dry quicker. I don't know really, to tell you the truth, but they say use it, so I use it. You just put it on both ends and it dries very quickly. So what I like to do, I like to get one of these in my hand, because once you put this Rain and Shine on, it dries real quick. So you got to be ready to put it on there. So I knock some of it off because I don't want too much on there. And I just roll around there about 2 or 3 times. Then once you put the cap on, you just give it a twist. See, and that's locked tight right there. Then you just do the other side the same way, You know, you want a little bit on there, but you don't want to glob it on there. Try to get it smooth, and you put these together real quick and just give it a twist until it stops. And that's tight right there. So that's all it is to putting these pipes together. I'm just going to put the rest of these pipes together, and hopefully we'll have some water by the end of the day. The connection that goes from the main water line from the water company is in this plastic housing right here, just to keep dirt and stuff off of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to remove this plastic piece before I can get to that connection and make it easier on myself. So hopefully it'll just come out. Remove too much dirt here for it to fall back in there. So I got that housing out. As you can see, this is the pipe we're trying to connect to. What I have is a 3/4 inch to 1 inch PVC connector here. The ideal situation would be a copper line coming from here to the house, but we going almost 175 feet. That'll be real expensive, so we're gonna go this route. Hopefully it won't crack down the line. So what I'm gonna do is give me some Teflon tape. But I'm gonna try to get it far enough down. Hopefully this connector go in there far enough that it'll give me a good seal. So I think that's about enough. Like I said, I'm still trying to keep the dirt off of the and you want that tape to be tight, no loose ends on it. I have my adjustable wrench here because it's kind of tight spot to put a pipe wrench in here. I want it good and tight, but I don't want it too tight that it might crack or break the connector, because it's going to be a lot of pressure coming out of this pipe here. So you just want to feel that when you tighten it up. So I think that should be about it. Okay, now we got to cut us a piece of pipe to meet the other pipe. So let's do that. So right now that pipe is going straight out. It's going straight out, and I'm gonna need this 45 probably right here, or just a little bit back. I'm probably gonna have to cut this twice just before I can get it in there. So right now I want to cut this pipe here, right here. Get my fingers out the way. And you want to get all the edges and debris off of that. So right now I'm just trying to fit that, and you want that to be square as possible. And I got a little rough end on that. So I'm gonna have to dig this heel out some more to get this pipe to lay where I want it to lay. Don't be scared to give yourself some room to work. So it's not rocket science, it's just like putting a puzzle together. Like I said, right now I'm just test fitting. Like I said, I'm gonna need another piece of pipe from this pipe to meet up with this pipe here. Just eyeballing it. Remember, I got to put a coupling in here to tie it to this old, well, not the old pipe, but the other pipe here. And you want to really remember, you have to push everything in together, so you're going to lose some distance that way. And like I said, this pipe is flexible. I can still move it back and forward if I need to. So we don't want to come up short. So let's cut this other pipe first. I'm gonna cut it a little long in case I need this 45 for some reason. I could still use it with a coupler on the other side. So this coupler is going to go on that pipe. So just give it a little bit more room when I push it in. I say right here, trying to cut it straight as possible. Get all of the bird and debris off of that. Get the slug out of there. Okay, just still test fitting. Okay, that's exactly what I want. So now we're going to glue this up. Okay, I want to start up here in the front because I'm going to need to twist that line in there to get it seated in there. So if I did it out here, on these connections, if I did it out here on these connections first, I wouldn't be able to twist this in there. This part right here would have me where I wouldn't be able to twist it. So you want to start here on that connection first. You want to prime the outside of this pipe real good here. Come up a little bit on this. I'm going to prime inside this connection also. You want to give a good little bit on this one here. Stick it in there all the way. Give it a couple turns. Get it sealed up real good. Okay. We got that in there. Okay, now I want to start on this connection. Like I said, I want this 45-degree connector here to go that way. So I can't put this in on first. I could, but it's a guessing game to figure out, you know, what side I'm gonna twist it. So I'm gonna put this connector on first. Okay, now I want to prime the outside of this pipe. And the inside of this pipe. I'm gonna do both sides if I want to do it. Want to get it on there. Then I want to get my glue. I'm just rocking this one back and forth because I put some on the inside of that connector, which I haven't been doing on the other ones. I've just lost my mind on that. But it doesn't matter. It just takes a little longer for it to set up. Trying to get the right angle on it. I'm gonna prime both sides of this pipe. Okay, now just get me some glue here. Stick it in all the way until it stops in it dead ends inside that connector. And that's in. Okay, I wanna prime that pipe. Prime both sides of my coupler here. Get my glue. Stick that coupler on there. I got everything primed the outside of this and primed the inside of my. So now I just want to get my glue. Just remember, guys, you only got one shot at this. So you want to make sure it's in there good and hold it until it sets up, which is good right there. So we got that connected to the actual water line. So now we're gonna go on the other side and do the other side.